Joris Daudet in lane one. The red number plate signifying he's leading the point standings.
Ready, watch the gate.
Race is underway here in Papendal, the Netherlands, as Joris Daudet goes straight to the front. Fast feet going straight to the front in the first corner, and out the first corner is going to be Daudet, Palomino, Malenfant, Van Bemmelen. Daudet, Palomino looking good, wanting to make up some ground as they jump into and over the berm jump. They're coming out of the second berm. It's still going to be Daudet, Palomino, Van Bemmelen. Suarez looked like he wants to make a move. Something's going on back there in fourth as Van Bemmelen's going to scoot on up closer to second place, see if he has the legs for the finish line. Different lines down this last straight as Daudet takes the win, followed by
Webster, Hinsan, Diveci.
Random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Round number one, heat number two leaves the gate. Sylvain Andre, the world champion, on the outside, just got himself back over here to Papendal after the birth of his first child. So we've got to send out some congratulations to Sylvain and his new family. Yeah, he's in there in one. Pelluard going through into, that looks like the Canadian rider James Palmer working his way into three at the moment, but it's Sylvain Andre leading this one out. Let's have a look who's trying to creep up behind. Looks like the rider out of Latvia's got some work to do as well. That'll be Mika Strazdins. But it's Andre in and out the final turn, down the final straight. Pelluard looking good for a French 1-2. He's going to bring it to line. Late charge from Palmer. Stras all lining up and ready to go. Nick Kimmon just out there in his familiar gate number 8. Definitely got to be one of the favourites today to take a win here.
You think?
Random start.
You think?
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Clerté on the inside, Kimmon on the outside. Let's have a look who's going to get down that first straight first. And Nick Kimmon of the Netherlands trains on this track day in, day out, knows every single inch of it like the back of his hand. Clerté in there in 2, Brunner in 3, Yoshimura going through in 4, but it's all about the hometown boy. Nick Kimmon leading into turn number 2. Clerté looking nice and settled in there behind. Brunner in there in 3, Yoshimura in 4. Pressure coming though from the rider in 5. Yoshimura's going to have to hang on. No such problems for Kimmon. He's leading it out. Here comes Clerté ducking underneath. Kimmon hold on to it. I think he will. Cruises it across the line.
Santos and
Riders ready, watch the gate.
out of the gate that goes. Looks like Sherrick's off to a decent start, but looks like on the outside, that's going to be... Whoa, Sherrick almost getting shut down. That's Derome. Derome in a new uniform this year. So Derome all white, or white and black, as Paddy Sherrick in the all white from Great Britain, jumping into second place, staying into second place. It's going to be Derome and Sherrick 1 and 2 as they leap over this big step. Oh, Sherrick almost casing that big step up and losing some speed, but not losing some ground to third place. But Derome coasting out of the last corner on and relax as it's going to be Derome, Sherrick, Yamaguchi.
Which was great to see. Cameron Larson, Federico Villegas.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Round number 1, heat number 8, leaving the gate. Looks like Cameron Larson's just been cut off ever so slightly. Arboleda leading it into the turn. Villegas right there next to him. So it's the South American charge into turn number 1. Larson's worked his way back in. Looks like the other rider going through as well will be Valentin Dumi. So he's making moves in that orange and blue kit just on the outside as they go into turn number 2. But it is Cameron Larson still there in 3. Arboleda into Villegas in 1. Doing it for Argentina, entering that last turn, just holding that line. Bringing it down that final straight. Coming under pressure from the Colombian rider. Lines be mixed up left and right. But
Riders ready, watch the gate.
so the last 2 motos have seen South Americans charging into the top 3, and it looks like there's going to be a couple in the top 3 this time around as well. Matthias Verhoeven of Belgium working his way in as well. He's there in 2. Furlan of Italy working his way into 3. So the South Americans getting separated in this one. But Molina of Argentina into the turn. Colombia all over the back of him. Looks like the Belgian rider going through in 3. Verhoeven, Mathieu Furlan in 4. Took a big toumbl. A race earlier in the year. Good to see him back on it, but it is Molina bringing it to the stripe, just overhauled there by Carlos Oquendo. Jared the Jet Garcia of Team USA lining up in lane number 2 there. He's got a little bit to do though as he wants to catch her. Roman Mayu going into turn number 1. He's just worked his way into 2 chase shippers in there in 3, but Mayu of France leading it out. Garayan's in there as well, trying to make some moves into the top 3. He's back there in 4 at the moment, but it's all about the other Frenchman. Roman Mayu leading it out. Jared Garcia coming under some pressure though from Shippers as they come down that third straight. Shippers, he's going to know this track really, really well. Can't quite make the move as they come into that final turn, but it's all about Roman Mayu. He's going to get it. Nice gap there to Jared Garcia, Jay Shippers, Leon Chauvin from France, and Ning Koksong from Thailand. Slightly depleted, heat 16 leaves the gate, but that leaves a little bit more room for the riders to move around as they head down that first straight. Kyle Evans coming under pressure from Ramirez into the turn, just about holds on to it. Evans looking good. Apparently he had some back problems at Manchester which hampered his racing slightly. Let's hope he's okay for this one today. He's in the lead. Ramirez coming under pressure now. Real pressure from Schmidt in 3, Chauvin in there in 4, but Kyle Evans holding on to it. Ramirez all over the back of him, just looking for a way around if there's a mistake to be made. Looks like they're opting to cruise it in. Evans, Ramirez, 1 and 2. Restrepo, Emma Jateau of France, Hayakawa of Japan. So Judy Bauer of the Netherlands on the inside. Buldinska of Latvia did not get a good start, but look who's moving over from the outside. Looks like Restrepo out of Colombia. She's going to work away there into 2, but Bauer leading it out. Reese Santos in there in 3, Hayakawa of Japan in 4, but it's all about the Dutch rider. Judy Bauer, world number 3, hit that podium in the World Championships in Baku, Azerbaijan last year. She's leading it out. Restrepo looking good in that second spot, but losing a bit of ground now to the Dutch rider as they enter the final turn. All about Judy Bauer. She's got this one, plenty of time, plenty of space, taking the win. Who's going to get the 2? Pressure on the line for Restrepo. Priscilla Stevo, Gabriela Carrillo.
Watch the gate.
We've also got Nadine Eberhard of Switzerland in heat number 4 of the elite women. Looks like Smolder's getting a great start, but Camille Mer of France just working away in there, and Priscilla Stevo taking to the skies, working away into 2 for Brazil. So the Brazilian rider making moves down that first straight, coming under pressure though from Smolders. Everybody getting it ever so slightly wrong, so it's allowed Camille Mer, the French rider, to pull away. Battles going on for 2, 3, 4 and 5, scrapping away. Smolders, Stifo, Aframova, all mixed up in it, but the French rider, she's checked out, she's gone, she's going to get this one. It's just a question of who's going to get 2, 3 and 4. France bringing it to the line. Smolders is going to get 2, Priscilla Stevo for 3. The 4th place goes.
Mariana Pahon, Amanda Carr back on the scene. Good to see her. Vanetta Peterson, Sate Martinez, and Eloise Gonzalez.
Ready? Watch the gate.
Out of the gate they go. Amanda Carr off to a terrible start, it looks like. I don't know what happened to her start, but it looks like Pahon finding her way to the front with Van Bentham in 2nd. They did not take to the sky. That may prove to be a problem later on in the program, but right now it's Pahon and Van Bentham 1 and 2 with Tuxer in 3rd. Van Bentham battling for the 1st place position. Pahon shutting her down. Tuxer in 3rd and Martinez in 4th, but Pahon pulling away from Van Bentham. Van Bentham slowed down a little bit too much after she was shut down. She's going to have to settle for that 2nd place position, followed by Tuxer. Ruby Huisman with a terrible start coming out of lane 1. Let's see if her track knowledge, she's going to jump into the 1st corner in 1st, but come out in 2nd. I believe it's the German rider in 1st place. That will be Priest. So it's going to be Priest and Walker 1 and 2. Whoa, Priest, a little bit of a case, that front wheel dropping earlier than she wanted. Huisman finding her way into 2nd place. Walker going back to 4th now. So it's going to be all Priest, but let's see if Huisman can find her way into 1st place. I think she's going to do it. So Huisman making up for that terrible start. Boyle, Lankveld, and Topinka. Let's see if Topinka can not stumble out. Only taking 2.
Riders ready? Watch the gate.
Last chance, and we are official. Here we go. Everyone off to a clean start. Boyle not getting the best of starts. There's going to be a wreck down the 1st straight, so no, only 3 up. Looks like Topinka making up for lost time. Topinka and Louis Hinstan, 1 and 2 as they jump into the second corner. Second place rider going for more. He knows he's in the bubble position. Zuleta looking to get past the French rider. Let's see if he makes that happen. Not sure if that's going to happen. Topinka running away with it. Looks like Topinka's going to find his way through, what I understand, a model. Good looks won't get you to the finish line first here, so Maynard Peel's going to have to race for it as Bretthauer comes blazing out of the outside lane, almost going down, jumping into the first corner. It's going to be Bretthauer and Peel with Ramirez looking to make a move on the young Maynard Peel. Let's see if Maynard Peel's going to hold him off. Looks like he does, as he's going to dive underneath Bretthauer now, so it's going to be Peel peeling out on Bretthauer. So it's going to be Peel, Bretthauer. Now Bretthauer might be in trouble, as he's going to have to block for positioning in this last corner. There's going to be a race, that's for sure. It's going to be Peel and Bretthauer using his...
And Joey Knapp, all in heat number 10. Emilio Falla on the inside next door to Philip Svanberg, liking that kit that Emilio Falla's wearing. You've got to be fast if you're wearing a kit like that, and it looks like he's fast because he's into the top two in turn number 1. Bujaki, though, leading it out. Bujaki and Emilio Falla in the qualifying positions at the moment. Who's got that third spot? Who's looking for a position inside the top two?
Falla might be in trouble.
Falla might be in trouble as they come down that straight because Lopez is chasing him right down there. Falla's on the inside, looking like he's going to protect the position. Is he going to get swooped on in the turn? Yes, he is. So Emilio Falla gives up the position. He's not going to go through. It's the other round. It's all going slightly pear-shaped.
Out of the gate they go. Looks like Carr wants to fight for the win in this one as she goes against Danny George. Carr backs down, takes the low road. That's not going to do her any good as George and McKeelson jump into the first corner. So they're going to be first and second, or excuse me, second and first, as George is in second and McKeelson's in first, riding quite strong and well. Down the third straightaway they head. Carr dropping that back to last. It's going to be George in second. McKeelson running away with it in first as they go into the last corner. There's a fight for third and fourth, but that quite doesn't matter in the last chance qualifier as they're only taking 2 to get through, and that will be the Canadian of Hayakawa and Gonzalez. Looks like we have a good start on the outside. We're going to get an idea on that. Whoa, a little bit of a case on the first jump. Rider's going to go backwards as the Latvian goes straight to the front. That's going to be Peterson, followed by Escobar. Peterson and Escobar. Escobar's got some heat on her. See if she can hold it off into the second corner around the rest of the track. Looks like she's going to make up some room on Peterson if she doesn't mess up too much. Looking strong all the way through, in and out of the last corner. So it's going to be Peterson, Escobar, 1 and 2. They're going to make it to the next round.
In that round 2 main event in Manchester, he'll be looking to make up for it today. As heat number 2 leaves the gate, Shane Rosa looking like he got a great start, but it's David Graff who's going to lead the pack into turn number 1. Rosa's in there in the middle, the Colombian rider Oquendo ducking on the inside, working his way up to 2. Rosa's in there in 3, Darnand working his way in as well. But it's all about the Swiss rider, David Graff, leading him over the berm jump, but coming under pressure from the Colombian ducking underneath Oquendo, taking the lead. Has Graff got anything for him down that straight? Darnand's in 3, Schaubers worked his way into 4, but it's Carlos Oquendo into the final turn. Graff's right there on him, looking to make a move down the final straight. Different lines being taken. Is Graff going to hold it? No, it was close. The local favourites. So we've got 2 Great Britain riders in this one. It's Sharrock and Evans. Evans looking like he got the better of the starts. Vincent Pellouard on the inside, but look who's moving across from lane number 8. Niek Kimmen from the Netherlands taking the lead. Evans in 2, Pellouard in 3, Roman Racine in there in 4 at the moment. Here comes Paddy Sharrock looking for a way through against Evans. The 2 Great Britain boys are elbow to elbow going into the second turn, and Sharrock makes the move. He's up into 3. Kimmen, though, out front in this one. He's gone. Pellouard going very, very well in 2.
Evans might be in trouble.
Sharrock in 3. Evans coming under pressure now from the Russian, getting pushed up the berm. So it looks like Evans' day is done. Kimmen's going to get it, though. Kimmen takes the win. Sharrock gets gets the 3. Pelloard gets the 2.
Definitely impressive showing in Manchester. Amadou Mir, Ryan Martin, Maynard Peel, Tristan Tornbees, and Kevin Shunk. Out of the gate they go. The French rider on the inside seems to be running out of room. They're going to jump into the first corner. It looks like Clarté goes straight to second. Mir going to first, so it's France 1 and 2. Mir, Clarté, looks like Clarté wants to go a little bit faster than Mir, so he's going to go around and take the long way on the outside. But Mir finding some room on the inside and getting a lot of pedals. Nonetheless, you want to air out that step up. That big step up jump is quite deceiving. A lot of riders try to push down and they lose speed. Oh, Clarté going down, staying too low in the corner. That's disappointing for him. So it's going to be Mir. Arboleda might have gotten the...
With the 203 of Mark Link in there in lane number 3.
Random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, who wants it, who needs it as they come down that straight? And it looks like the series leader is also the race leader. That's Joris Dode heading into turn number 1. De Souza Filo in there in 2. Looks like the German rider working his way into 3. That'll be Louis Brettauer, I think it is. So he's going well. So France, Brazil, Germany, 1, 2, and 3. Trey White of Great Britain is in there in 4 at the moment. There's a small gap to Verbinnen in 5. So it looks like Trey White's going to be able to get through this one. Joris Dode, though, he's checked out. He has gone. 6 or 7 bike lengths, can afford to back it off a little bit as they go down that straight. De Souza Filo's taking it through. Looks like Brettauer's going to go through in 3. White's going to go through in 4. Brazil, Schmidt from Germany, and Dubois and Dumi. So Yoshi Nagasako of Japan had a great first lap in the opening round, and he's looking to repeat this one. But you know, when you've got a Colombian next to you, it's going to be very, very difficult. And it is the Colombian leading it into the turn. Ramirez getting the whole shot. Meye in 2, Dumi in 3, Nagasako back there in 4, but still in with a shout of qualifying. He's going to have to make his moves on Rago Richard if he wants to move up a position. But Ramirez still leading this one through. Meye looking good in the 2. Dubois has moved his way into 4 now. But it's all about the Colombian. He's got this one. Looks like Ramirez, he's going to take the win. Takes a different line down that final straight. Nice and smooth. Who's going to get the 2? Looks like
blasting out of the gate down the 8-meter. They're charging pretty hard. Looks like Stancil going to go straight to the front, the U.S. national champion. It'll be Stancil, Reynolds taking it to the sky. Everyone else taking the low road into the first corner. Women getting rewarded for jumping that jump into the first corner as they gain more momentum. Stancil putting some distance between Reynolds. Reynolds putting some distance between her and 3rd place. So it's going to be Stancil, Reynolds, and Huisman. Ruby Huisman, though, known to finish strong on this track as she did in earlier rounds today, going from last to first. Not sure if she can do that against Stancil and Reynolds. Nonetheless, though, she will get the 3rd with Petch in 4th. So it's going to be USA, Australia, Netherlands, and New Zealand. Stancil, Reynolds.
Saya Sakakibara from Australia, Venita Peterzone from Latvia, Tessa Martinez from France, and Jui Yabuta. Heat 4 is go in the Elite Women 8 finals. Judy Bow and Saya Sakakibara heading towards turn number 1, both taking it to the sky. Saya Sakakibara nice and recovered now after that big crash in Manchester where she suffered from a concussion. She's in there in 2 though. Judy Bow leading it out. That looks like Restrepo in 3, and the rider in 4 might be the Latvian rider. That'll be Venita Peterzone, but it's all about the Dutch rider, Judy Bow. Holding on down this straight. Says Kakibara looking to make some moves. Is she going to get anything in that final turn? No, she's not. Just decides to play it safe, I think. Bow, Sakakibara going 1 and 2. Who's going to get the 3? Looks like Restrepo's going to get it. And the 4.
Oh, Dominica Asuero and Bethany Shriver. Wow. This one is already... Olympic gold and silver in this lap. Merle Van Bentham, the local hero here. Bethany Shriver, she's known to win a World Cup as well. Wow, Merle Van Bentham knocking out Mariana Pajón, or knocking her over, I should say, to the side. Mariana Pajón's going to have to fight for it now. I think she went off the track, but it's going to be Elise Willoughby just running away with it all by herself, looking to get an easy qualification position out of this lap. It's going to be Willoughby, Van Bentham. Looks like McKeelson find her way into 3rd, and Shriver holding on to that 4th place, but she's in trouble because Mariana Pajón is right behind her, and we'll see if that has to go to a photo finish. Like he chose lane 8.
That one's pretty loaded.
Down the hill they go. I'm going to be looking for Joris Daudet to go straight to the front. Why? Because that's what he normally does. Harder to do when you have Dave Vandenberg right next to you. Looks like D'Souza almost made good use of lane 8, but now he's stuck on the outside, and I think Harmson just did him dirty and ran him off the track almost, but definitely slowed him down. So now we have 2 Dutch riders in 2nd and 4th respectively. Meanwhile, oh, that's Popma, excuse me. Pelluard's in 3rd. So we have France, the Netherlands, France and the Netherlands. It's going to be Daudet, Vandenberg, Pelluard. Actually, Pelluard now a Colombian. Very little sleep, but still a lot of energy in the tank. But Arboleda showing us how it's done. He's just going to skip across that jump into the first corner, find his way into first. It's going to be Arboleda, the Colombian, the young Colombian, in front of the world champion of Sylvain Andre. Meanwhile, we have 2 Dutch riders, maybe even 3, fighting it out for that 4th place position. It's crazy back there. So Darnan in France holding people off, holding the Dutch contingent off. Let's see if he can do that. Not sure, but it's going to be Arboleda in first. Sylvain Andre finding his way, trying to get around, get for that lap time. Van Bemmelen, Kraszewski's, Ramirez, Palominos, and Rock and Roll Cole Tizar on the outside. Kai Sakakibara looking to bring another bullet across the finish line with a first place. Rock and Roll Cole Tizar out there in 3rd. Looks like he's going to get dove on by Villegas. Villegas hanging out Rock and Roll Cole out to dry. Meanwhile, Kadyshev is trying to make a move, but it's going to be Sakakibara in front running away with it. Sakakibara followed by Palominos, Villegas, and the Magician in 4th place. Maybe he's going to be shopping for some insurance. We'll see if he can make a move. But right now, Sakakibara is going to take it to the front, across the finish line in first. A quite Lunar and Tristan Tornbys, they will be joining us for London. Renkarel straight to the front, but Tron Van Gen is going straight to the front even more. Renkarel on the inside. We lose a Kendo on the inside. He goes down. Looks like it's 4 up.
From the Netherlands, Restrepo from Colombia, and Paula Reis Santos from Brazil on that 7th. So the last of the quarterfinals for the Women Elite contains your reigning world champion Laura Smulders, and there she is on the inside, working away into turn number 1 in the lead with her sister Merrill, just ducking in behind her. Simone Christiansen in there in 3, Judy Bow in 4, so it's almost like a repeat of the World Championship final back in Baku with the 3 Dutch riders inside the top 4, but Laura Smulders taking this one away at the moment. Merrill's just tucked in right there in 2 and looking very, very smooth. Simone Christiansen trying to make some moves. Here comes Judy Bow inside the top 4. Looks like these 4 ladies are going through because there's a big gap to 5. But it's all about Laura Smulders. She's going to take it. Merrill's going to take the 2 spot. Simone Christiansen in 3. Judy Bow.
Heat 1, quarterfinal elite men. Arboleda, Sakakibara, Twan Van Gent, Jay Shippers, Palominos, Justin Kieman, Gonzalo Molino, and Nico. This heat. Kai Sakakibara off to a great start, shutting down Arboleda. Looks like Twan Van Gent with one of his worst starts ever as he goes straight to the back of the pack. But it's going to be Nick Kimmin straight out of lane 8. It's going to be Kimmin, Sakakibara. Looks like Palomino might be in 3rd place, and a young Justin Kimmin in 4th. With Molina behind him, no one's safe. Remember that. In 4th place, you are not safe. So as long as you have someone behind you, there's a chance you could be a target, but Nick Kieman is definitely not a target in 1st place. So it's to be Kieman, Sakakibara taking up all the space in the last straightaway. Justin Kieman fighting for some insurance, and it's going to be, and Pelluard. Red light means race, red means go. As the horns go, there goes Graf straight to the front. Sylvain Andre finds himself in the pack in the first corner. He's going to jump himself into 4th place and just behind 2 Dutch riders. I think that's Vandenberg and Harmsen, or Harmsen and Vandenberg. The Dutch clone army doing their thing, riding strong, but David Graf wanting to make a hot lap so he can have a great lane choice in the semi, over jumping that big step up just a little bit, maintaining his speed though. So it's going to be Graf, the 2 Dutch riders, Harmsen, Vandenberg, or Vandenberg, Harmsen, and then Renkarel finding this way.
Daudet, Van Bemmelen, Garcia, Sharrock, Sherrard, Ramirez, and Trey White all in the last of the quarterfinals for the elite. So 2 French riders on the inside, the British guys are on the outside, so this is going to be a rough one to get through, but Joris Dode, where he normally is out in front, Arthur Pilard working his way in behind. Is that Jared Garcia? It is. He's working his way into So America got some riders in there at the moment, but here comes the Colombian. That's Carlos Ramirez. He's worked his way into 4. No such troubles though for Joris Dode and Arthur Pilard. Those guys go in 1 and 2. Chirard looking strong in 3. Ramirez in 4. I think that's the way it's going to finish because there's a gap going through to Paddy Sharrock in 5. So France going to go 1 and 2. USA going to go 3. Colombia in 4. Sharrock in 5. Campo, Palaminos, Chirard, Kai White, Carlos Ramirez and Nick Kimmen. 278 plates in there in lane number 7. Out of Colombia, that is Mr. Carlos Ramirez. Lane number 6 doing it for semi-final number 2 elite men is underway. They are charging down the straight.
Drops a pedal.
Yeah, and it looks like Campo and Kimmen. Kimmen coming from lane 8 again. Oh, he's absolutely on fire today. He's Nick Kimmen. He's in there in 1. Alfredo Campo in 2. David Graff in 3. That looks like Palaminos in 4. So Palaminos might be making his very first World Cup main.
Might be making his first main, but we'll see. Everyone's looking for Kai White. We can't find him, but it's Kimmen, Campo, Graff making up some room. He wants better lane choice. Looks like we have a battle going on. Arboleta goes down. Looks like the French rider Pilard, but now we have Kai White scooping up on the French rider. I don't know if he's going to do it. It's going to be Kimmen, Graff, Campo,